This evening, we're here to have a conversation about the Pueo, a subspecies of the short-eared owl. The scientific name is, and let me see if I can remember my Latin from ninth grade, Oeaphilus sandwichensis. Is that close enough, Mike? Sandwichensis? Okay. This meeting is being co-hosted by myself and Rep. Ty Cullen, the state DLNR, and also the federal U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service. And over the last several months, members of the community have expressed concerns about the Pueo. The Pueo population on Oahu is listed as an endangered species by the state, and we have a panel of experts who will share their knowledge and give us updates on what kind of research is planned on the Pueo. We'll follow those presentations with plenty of time for Q&A with the panelists. I wanted to mention that there's already been a positive outcome from this meeting. We got a note from one of our panelists from the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, Jenny Hoskins, who told us that after we started talking about setting up the meeting, they realized that DLNR was initiating their own survey effort specific to Oahu. And now they're comparing notes, and they had a meeting, I think it was earlier today, to see how they can coordinate their future research efforts. So to kick us off, Dr. Doris Ching, the UH West Oahu Interim Chancellor, our host this evening, will say a few words to welcome you. We're so fortunate to have UH West Oahu campus in our community and to have Dr. Ching at the helm. And by the way, what better venue than here to have tonight's conversation where the Pueo is the official mascot of UH West Oahu. Dr. Ching, please give her a hand.
Thank you very much, Senator Gabbard, and welcome everyone. I want to thank you all for being here. Thank our honorable public leaders, our people who are just interested in this topic. It is a very important topic. We do take it seriously. We love the Pueo as much as everybody else does, and we're here to learn this evening. But thank you so much for taking the time. And we expect to learn. We know we will learn. And we hope that we will all leave with a new resolve to address the issue and to come together in dialogue and make it a productive and very, well, not just productive, but a rewarding feeling that we're doing something for the community and for the environment as well. And education, of course. Thank you
for coming out for this informational briefing, but I want to express a big mahalo to Senator Gabbard here for taking the time to spearhead this meeting, because it is a large concern for the community. And hearing the great news that the DLNR is actually doing an assessment for Oahu, but then understanding the importance throughout the whole state. So hopefully we can, parlay this into something more for the whole state and our understanding as we enjoy and really live with the environment that we have here. And I would be remiss if I didn't mention that Mr. Mike Lee was my religion teacher, so hopefully I'm doing him good, because he was my religion teacher when I was freshman at Damien. So just wanted to express that, but thank you guys for showing up.
So we're going to ask each of our panelists to give a short 5 or 10 minute presentation. We'll start off with Kumu Michael Kumukauoha Lee, a recognized Native Hawaiian cultural practitioner and cultural descendant, who will speak about the cultural significance of Pueo and his habitat conservation plan proposal.
Thank you so much, Senator Michael Gabbard, for taking the leadership role, and my former student, Ty Cullen, who's a good student of mine, always very studious and follow through. My name is Michael Kumukauoha Lee, Native Hawaiian cultural practitioner. In this, I have been going through the gulches over years. We're talking about Kalo'i Gulch and Honouliuli Gulch. What we're proposing is a conservation habitat plan. Most people have never seen or known what a habitat plan is. The two gulches are here. The Mauka side from Mauka to Makai, where the Queen's Hospital is the Kalo'i Gulch, is the Honouliuli Gulch, and Kalo'i Gulch is right next to it. That goes all the way down to Eva Marina and where the Barbers Point field is. A lot of pueos there. Now the reason why we chose that was because you have to have a gulch. You cannot build in a flood zone. Oh, that's pretty good, because the landowners We're not taking any land away from their wish list. But why choose it? Because the owls are there, the birds are there. How do we know? Because we take pictures and we look at their flight patterns and we assess time, date, place, everything for the last 4 years. Okay, now let me run through it very quickly. Who are the stakeholders? You are. What is the goal for this? Generational. We want you to be a component for this for the next 150 years and more. What do we mean by that? Let me give you the quick rundown on who the landowners are so that you have some idea of what we're talking about. Hart Rail, Honouliuli Internment Camp, Hawaiian Prince Golf Course, Barbers Point Golf Course, Honouliuli Land Trust Palehua Nature Conservancy, Ho'akalei Country Club Golf Course, Westlock Golf Course, Coral Creek Golf Course, Eva Village Golf Course, Barbers Point Golf Course, Department of Hawaiian Homelands, Department of Land and Natural Resources, University of Hawaii West, Hunt Development, Ho'opili, Horton, Kansai University, the Ho'akalei Cultural Foundation, Kahimohala, Honouliuli Wastewater Treatment Center, Olson Trust Palehua, Coral Crater Adventure Park, and Consolidated Theaters. Okay, so those are the landowners, but where do you come in? You're forever. You are the public trust in the public good. And your interest, we want you to be a part of this putting together a covenant. There's going to be a covenant. And in that covenant, you're going to have all these different plans. Now, one of the things I have to mention on the Hawaiian side, you don't know, that in the Eva Village golf courses, we have three nene goose that came in on their own. They're living on the golf course right now. You talk about an endangered species, boy, there's only about 1,250 of them. You don't even know they're part of your neighbors. See? Hori bat, the Ope'apea bat is at Westlock Golf Course, okay? Okay, then at the Hawaii Prince, we have the Hawaiian coot. We also have the Hawaiian duck. We also have the Hawaiian mud hen, and we have the Hawaiian stilt. Gee, we also have flora and fauna, very important Hawaiian flora and fauna. So what we need is a conservation preservation plan with all your input, and we're going to lock it in the box. But we've got to make it dynamic so we can have assessments and it can change, yeah? We put goals up, but if they don't work, it can change. Because once we lock the box, you can't reopen it. And the box goes over to a third-party land trust, or DLNR, or it goes to something like OHA. Okay, so what's the purpose? It will be put into the Bureau of Conveyances forever. So all these golf courses and all these landowners, when we put things into the box, they can't change it, they can't sell it, or they can't develop with a conservation easement. We're also mandated to put $10 million of an endowment to hire a natural resource manager to make it work. The third party trust is the enforcement arm with the $10 million to make sure these rules and regs are kept. However, there's a community advisory board component through the whole process that you always maintain a say in the public good, in the public trust. All of this is mandated under the Endangered Species Act of 1973 with the Federal Fisheries and Wildlife and the State Fisheries and Wildlife. You don't even know that you have a very rare damselfly. It's the Hawaiian red orange that is in Honouliuli Gulch, and it's on the federal endangered species list. You don't even know that sometimes we have pueos on the mainland who frequently, regularly, like our plover, come down from Alaska and go back. Same thing with other pueos on the mainland. They fly down the Migratory Species Act, and they come down not just to Hawaii, but to the Polynesian Pacific and then fly back. So this is going to be a learning experience for everybody, yeah? So I'm mandated to do it very quick. How much time do I have? Because I don't want to take away from my fellow. 4 minutes, good. Okay, so let me give you a little sneak peek. And this process is a 4-year process to put this together, yeah? But we want it to be a 200-year process in community stewardship and involvement for future generations. Set up good habits. The process takes 4 years. Conservation easement is filed with the Bureau of Conveyances and the third party. You establish a $10 million endowment, you hire the natural resource manager, and what are we up to with this whole conservation plan? You have to have a habitat management plan, an adaptive management plan, a biological success plan. You have to have a preservation plan, a risk management plan, an action plan, and an environmental assessment plan, and an educational component of that environmental assessment plan. So you can see there's a lot of work to do. Now, we have plugged in, whether the first people is UHWO, sat down with the chancellor's staff, because the educational component of making this part of the curriculum is really exciting. Make UHWO a world-class university for conservation, because right here, in their own backyard, right here, right out there, the Pueo goes back and forth at sunrise and sunset. One of the tragedies is that for the last 30 years, in all the EISs that were done out here, they couldn't find one Pueo. Why? They drive through in their car and they look out the dashboard and said, nope, scrub brush, mongoose, and kiave. Nope. Guess what? You have to be there in the morning before sunrise and then there before sunset. And we got to show you where, because we walk on the ground and we know where they are. So if you drive through one day, oh, no, can't see anything. No, never going to happen. Why the gulches? The water is in the gulches. The water attracts the mice that bring the food for the Pueo. And the vaulted trees around act like a cathedral that hides them, because they do hunt in the daytime. But they're very shy. They don't want to be seen. And they lay year-round their brood. So the biological goal is to increase the flora and fauna. We have to identify it with scientists, a whole checklist. And remember I said the nene, there's a whole plethora of other birds that are out here and critters. Then, using the bullet tax, besides the $10 million endowment, we can hire people section by section to take out invasives and replant endemic plants for the next 40 years, section by section. It's a win for everybody. And the teaching component, Boy Scouts, Civic Club, and a strong Hawaiian culture component, halaus, tattoo artists, people who do la'au lapa'au, and the regular folks. We need the regular folks. You're our strongest protection. I think I've run out of time.
Nighttime, you'll be there. Look through the leaves, and we'll know that someone is watching. If we need you, you'll be there. Pueo, come and spread open your wings. Pueo, keep us from harm. Pueo, come and spread open your wings. If we need you, you will come. your name in the forest. In the nighttime you'll be there. Pueo, look through the leaves, and we'll know that someone is watching. If we need you, you'll be there. Pueo, come and spread open your wings. Pueo, keep us from harm. Pueo, come and spread open your wings. If we need you, you will come. Pueo, light on the wind. Pueo, watch through the open your wings.
And so that's all I really wanted to cover very quickly, and just so that everybody, you know about them, so that we can have a discussion at the end on that. So that's the end of my talk, and we can move on to the next group. Thanks.